Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Crazy Shots That Shouldn't Exist, that could actually happen in a real game. So here, I'm playing the game of 9-ball. My opponent has broken the rack, and unfortunately, no ball was made after the break. So there's still 9 balls on the table. The objective of 9-ball is, of course, whoever makes the 9-ball in wins the game. You must hit all the balls in order from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So you cannot hit, the 7 first or the 8 first. You have to hit the 1 ball first if the 1 ball is on the table. But as long as you make contact with the ball you're supposed to hit, any other ball that goes in counts, including the 9-ball. So this little fact of the game is important because what that means is that if I can make contact with the 1 ball, any other ball that goes in will count. And if I make contact with the 1 ball and the 9-ball goes in, I will win the game. The 9-ball is actually in a good position. It's in a corner pocket, and the 1 ball is in a corner pocket. What is difficult about this layout is that, first of all, this cue ball happens to end up frozen to the rail at the second diamond position. The 8-ball is frozen to the cue ball. So both of these balls are frozen together. That prevents me from being able to hit this cue ball in any other direction out here. I can't really hit it this direction. I can't hit it over here, obviously. And even if the 8-ball was not frozen to the cue ball, when I look at the 1-ball target down there, there are 2 other balls in the way. The 2 and the 5 in the middle of the table, blocking the path to the 1. So even if the 8-ball wasn't there, I can't actually shoot that 1 because I don't have a way of getting to it. The 7 is also in the way, in the sense that if the 7 wasn't there, maybe I could do some English, curve my cue ball around here and have the cue ball hit this rail with some right English, come back and hit that 1 ball. Okay, but the 7 is in the way, so now that path is pretty much impossible. If I look in this direction, the 4-ball is blocking my path down that rail, so I can't actually do any shot down this rail either. So I'm pretty much blocked everywhere. Looks like a hopeless situation. So what I'm going to do today is to show you a way to get out of this situation. I call this shot the Jailbreaker, and you'll see why in a moment. So what I'm going to do is, because the cue ball and the 8-ball is frozen together, what I'm going to do, the cue ball is at the second diamond position. What I'm going to do is going to aim the cue ball at about the 3rd diamond position from the bottom here. So 1, 2, 3 diamond. I'm going to aim the cue ball at the 3rd diamond position with bottom draw, which is the 6 o'clock position. When you look at the cue ball as a clock face, you want to hit is the center, you want to hit bottom center. Alright, that's 6 o'clock. And what that's going to do is, as I hit the cue ball into the rail, this rail will compress because the rail is made of rubber. It will compress, and I'm hitting away from the 8-ball, so I'm not touching the 8-ball at all, making it a legal shot. I'm hitting into the rail. The cue ball is going to compress the rail and then come back out again. The normal path for that cue ball to come out is somewhere around here. I'm going to put some English I'm not English, sorry. I'm going to put some bottom draw on this shot such that as the ball rebounds off the rail, the cue ball rebounds off the rail, instead of going in a straight path like this, which doesn't do anything, I'm going to make the ball spin in this fashion with draw, bottom draw, and that bottom draw will take effect somewhere along this path, such that it's going to pass these two balls in the middle and then curve into that corner pocket. Now, making the one ball is already difficult enough in this situation. If I can make the one ball, at least I get to shoot again. But in this particular layout, making the one ball isn't going to help me much because the two ball is pretty much frozen to the five ball. So I don't have an empty pocket to make this two. I can't really shoot this two anywhere in the top four pockets here. And I can't really shoot it in these bottom two corners either because the five is blocking my path. The only real shot I have for the two is to perhaps come out after I make the one ball, have the cue ball travel up somewhere up right here. Maybe I can bank the two cross side into the corner pocket, draw, and get position on the three over here. So that's possible, but it's very difficult. I can also, make contact on the one here, come out this way, and perhaps do something on this side, but that doesn't seem like a good option either. So my goal is to actually make that one ball and make it in such a way that I have enough speed to come off that corner, come back and make this 9 ball. So my goal is to hit the cue ball with bottom draw such that it's going to follow this path. You see this sort of white path right here that I kind of draw on the table? That's the path the cue ball is going to take. So it's going to curve like this, and then at some point it's going to curve into this rail. So the cue ball is going to make a curved path into the rail, and it's going to contact the rail before actually making contact with the one. That's what I want it to do. I don't want it to actually hit the one directly and then follow it in and scratch. I want it to hit this rail first and then come off this rail, hit the one, so the one will go in, and as it clips this one, the cue ball is going to come out, hit this third rail here. So that's one rail, two rail, this is the third rail. Hit the third rail with enough speed to bring the cue ball back and hit the 9 ball in the corner. That is the goal of this shot. And it's called the Jailbreaker for all the reasons I pointed out before. Okay, I call this shot the Jailbreaker. And that is a wrap.